Hi, this is Kelly from Appalachian Memory Keepers. Are you ready to take a journey back in time as we explore the Ira Jarvis farm, tucked away in the picturesque hills of Allegheny County, North Carolina? Let's go. From the moment you set foot on this land, history comes alive. You can almost hear the clatter of wagon wheels, the low calls of livestock, and the steady rhythm of a blacksmith's hammer. Owned by the Jarvis family since the 1850s, this farm is a true symbol of Appalachian endurance, resourcefulness, and dedication to the land. Originally part of Ashe County, this area lured Scots-Irish and German settlers with its rich soil and abundant natural resources. We believe the Jarvis family was among those who ventured down the Great Wagon Road from Virginia, settling here in the late 1830s or early 1840s. By 1850, their farm boasted 40 acres of improved land and 200 acres of wild, untamed terrain, valued at a modest $200. Only 10 years later, in 1860, the land's worth skyrocketed to $1,000, thanks to an influx of new settlers driving up property prices. At the heart of this story is Ira Jarvis himself, born in 1854. As a young man, he spent his days plowing fields, tending livestock, and keeping the farm running, a life familiar to many of our Appalachian ancestors. His farm produced corn, wheat, and potatoes, with sheep, pigs, cows, and chickens roaming the land. In the 1880s, he built the sturdy two-story house that still stands today, a version of the classic I-house, but with a unique twist. Instead of a central hallway, the house was heated by a single central chimney, warming both rooms. Other than a back porch conversion into a modern kitchen in the 1940s, the house remains almost exactly as Ira built it. Speaking of surprises, let's take a peek inside. When I visited in 2023, I was greeted by an incredible collection of whatnots, trinkets, antiques, and forgotten treasures, curated over decades by Ira's granddaughter, the home's current owner. But the magic of the farm doesn't stop at the house. Outside, you'll find the detached cellar or can house, a 12x12 rock structure built into the hillside. Cleverly designed to keep food fresh, its gable vents allowed moisture to escape, preventing rot. But those vents had a downside: frigid winter winds. To keep their precious stores from freezing, the family had to block the vents when the temperatures dropped. And then there's a spring house, an absolute necessity before the days of refrigeration. Cold, fresh spring water flowed through, keeping milk, butter, and other perishables chilled year-round. Even after getting electricity, Ira's son Ernest insisted that the spring house was better. He swore by the taste of buttermilk straight from the spring, saying, "It just tastes different. I tell you that, better than anything out of a refrigerator." Of course, a farm this size needed more than just a house and a cellar. At its peak, the Jarvis farm featured a log house, a meat shed, a vehicle shed, and perhaps most importantly, a blacksmith shop. In those days, there were no Lowe's or Home Depots to run to. If something broke, you fixed it yourself, hammering out tools and repairs on the forge. As Kemper Jarvis once recalled, they made everything. I don't reckon they bought anything, hardly. That kind of self-sufficiency defined Appalachian farming life. Even the fencing on the farm told a story. Originally lined with hand-split chestnut and locust rail fences, the farm underwent a transformation in the 20th century. Ira's grandson replaced the wooden rails with barbed wire, a tough economic decision, but a practical one. He once explained that selling 100 feet of wooden rails paid for a spool of barbed wire over 1,300 feet long. When it came down to it, the efficiency won out over tradition. Remarkably, despite not being lived in full-time since the 1960s, the farmhouse remains in excellent condition. Thanks to Ira's granddaughter, who has poured time, energy, and resources into its preservation, this historic home stands as a window into the past. At Appalachian Memory Keepers, we believe history is worth preserving, not just for nostalgia, but for understanding who we are and where we've come from. As the old saying goes, if we don't know our past, we can't truly know our future. Stories like those of the Jarvis farm remind us of the strength, determination, and ingenuity that built these mountains. And, if we're lucky, they'll continue to inspire generations to come. So what do you think? Would you trade modern convenience for a chance to live in the past, even just for a day? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into Appalachian history. See you soon.